Hello, this is Steve with Steve's Guitar Tips. Today we're going to go over a classic blues shuffle in the key of E. Now, first thing we'll do is go over what is the pattern for the 12-bar blues. Now, 12-bar blues, you're going to have a 1 chord for 4 bars, followed by a 4 chord for 2 bars, then a 1 chord for 2 bars, a 5 chord for 1 bar, a 4 chord for 1 bar, and then a 1 chord for 2 bars. Now, if you don't fully understand what a 1 chord, a 4 chord, a 5 chord mean, all it is the chord you're going to play in a key. So it's just kind of a placeholder. So I want to show you a little trick here to determine we're going to play in the key of E. So we're going to start down at our 12th fret. That is an E. If I drop below that, that's an A. So the 1 chord is going to be an E. A chord will be our 4 chord. And we go to our 14th fret on our A string. That is going to be a B. B is going to be our 5 chord. Now this works everywhere along the neck. So say I go down here to the 5th fret. That's an A. Drop below. That's a D chord, which will be now our 4 chord in the key of A. Our 5 chord will be an E, which will be there on our 7th fret. Okay, so now we're going to substitute in for our 1 chord, an E chord. For our 4 chord, it'll be an A chord. And then for a 5 chord, it'll be a B chord. And it'll look like this. Okay, so now I want to show you a shuffle pattern that will work for you. We'll start with a very basic shuffle pattern, which is this. Okay, so the way that works is you're going to have your first finger. It's going to be on your A string. You're going to play your E string with your A string at the same time. You're going to put your palm down just a little bit to kind of do some palm muting. Give it more feel. So you're going to play that twice. Then you're going to go to your 4th fret on your A string. You're going to play that twice. So, got back to our 2nd fret, 4th fret. It's all together. Okay, so that is a bar. Then we're going to drop that down to our D string on the 2nd fret. We're going to play our A string and our D string. Play them together twice, same kind of pattern. Then we're going to go to our 4th fret on our D string. Then we're going to be back to our 2nd fret on our D string. And then again on our 4th fret. All together. Okay, so that's going to be 1 bar again. Then we're going to go to our 5 chord, which is going to be the B. Now to play our 5 chord, what you're going to do is you're going to put, like you're doing a B power chord, if you're familiar with power chords, you're going to have your first finger on your 2nd fret of the A string. And then you're going to have your 3rd finger on your 4th fret on your D string. You're going to play them together. Now what you're going to do is you're going to play 2 times on that B power chord pattern, like we said. Then you're going to take your pinky and you're going to go all the way down to the 6th fret and you're going to play that. So it's going to sound like this. Now, if you can't stretch with your pinky that far, you can stay on that B power chord. And that's what I'll do for our example here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this with the 12-bar blues. We're going to play our E pattern for 4 bars, our A pattern for two bars, our E for 2 more bars, and then our B for 1 bar, A for 1 bar, and then the E pattern for 2 bars. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is I'm going to step it up a little bit. I'm going to show you a pattern that one of my favorites for playing this shuffle. Now you're going to start the same as we did before. You're going to be on your E pattern. We're going to be playing your 2nd fret on your A string. So playing your E string with your A string. Then you're going to do your 4th fret. Then you're going to slide down to your 5th fret. Slide down back to your 4th fret. So it'll be like this. And then you're going to start again on your 2nd fret. Now 1 bar of this pattern will be this. Okay, so then when we go to our A pattern, we're going to do the same as starting out before again. Then we're going to slide down to our 5th fret on our D, back to 4th fret. So 1 bar is going to be this. Now on our B pattern, we're just going to play it the same way we did before. Okay, so now we're going to put it all together into that 12-bar blues. It'll be like this. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to play this with some more attitude, the way I would typically play it. What I'm going to do, instead of using all down strokes, I'm going to use down and up strokes and give it a little more attitude. So it'll be like this. Also adding some palm muting as I'm playing as well. Now, giving it more attitude, I don't care so much if I get a string here and there ring out. I'm going for the strum and the attitude more than I am the precision even. Now, what I do though, is I try to put my finger on strings I don't want to hear. So for example, when I'm playing that A pattern, I'm taking my thumb and I'm actually pushing down on that E string to mute it. Occasionally I'm getting those high strings in there, but I think it gives to the attitude, so I'm good with that. If you want to play super precise, don't play the high strings at all. Just play the 2 that we're aiming for. But it takes a lot of practice to get this down. Okay, so I'm going to play it one more time.